Today's video is being made specifically for those of you who are trying to avoid your family today, and I'm giving you an excuse, something to play with your phone. You're welcome. That said, the absolute tidal wave of marketing for products that you don't need, you probably won't ever use, and if you do use them, probably won't serve you very well anyway, is on its way. Whether you're looking for a piece of armor that is overweight, overpriced, outdated, and more likely to give you a brachial bleed than actually stop anything that is coming your direction. Or perhaps you're looking for a concealed carry holster that's so covert it's modeled after the footsteps of the Navy SEAL because nobody will have any possibility of knowing that you are armed because there's no way that you're getting that firearm out in time to use it. You'll also have an opportunity to get in on an influencer-wide flashlight sale that'll give you the exact same discount regardless of which personality brought it to you for a flashlight that's made out of solid Chinese and almost guaranteed to turn into an improvised explosive device within 100 hours. All for that engineered obsolescence so that you can buy another one next time they have a sale. I'll be honest and say that I wrote that bit specifically to be able to throw shade on all my friends that are making Olight videos right now. I mean, probably writing the back end of the video as I'm making this one. Guys, I got it. Don't take it too hard. I love the hustle. Go get that dollar. Full-blooded capitalist here, 100%, but I have to draw the line at companies that design their products specifically for the purpose of fleecing people of their money, all so that it will break and they can get another one later. All for the, I guess, overarching problem of that there is an anti-American communist regime that is going to take a substantial proportion of their profits and put it to use. I guess that kind of applies to American companies too, now that I think about it. Now it's my turn. Today's video is brought to you by Euro-Optic, which I don't understand why they called it Euro-Optic, because they're all Americans, and I don't really understand the branding. And to describe Euro-Optic, I want you to think about Big Daddy Unlimited for a second. Not that. Now forget about it. No monthly subscription or anything like that, and if it says it's in stock, it isn't a dropship company. It is physically at their premises, ready to go in a box to you. We've all had instances where we've ordered something that was in stock and it hasn't been delivered for months. They even have a division for what they call their red shipping offerings, which is a 1 to 2 day commitment on the item that you purchased. That is, especially this time of year, very valuable. Now, one of the things that you would think you wouldn't have to look into for something like this is whether or not the people at the company that you're supporting are Second Amendment advocates. Well, in recent months, we've learned that we actually have to look into that, and the people at Euro-Optic are all shooters. So there you have it. I don't think they're going to be participating in any gun buybacks anytime soon. Unfortunately, I can't link directly to Euro-Optic because they have some things on their website that YouTube doesn't like, but I will have a link over on the VSO affiliates page so that if you can click through and get all the way over there if that's something that you're interested in. And of course, it'll be affiliate links, so anything that you buy is going to... Thanks. Now, in an effort to balance today's video, a product that you absolutely do need that everybody told you that you didn't, to the point where manufacturers went with the tide, started cutting off the side of the rifle and all that sort of stuff in the name of new, innovative, sleek design, all in an effort to sell you the same product that you already have. The Forward Assist on the side of your rifle, touted by people all over that don't actually shoot as an unnecessary feature. Well, in recent weeks, I think we've all become familiar with the Rittenhouse trial. He was recently acquitted in the name of self-defense, and in a recent interview, he talked through his engagement with Spicy Bicep Guy, the dude that was pointing a pistol at his face right before he turned his arm into chili. Demonetized. In that interview, he talked about the whole re-racking fabrication that the prosecution went with. You know what? Before I get myself in any more trouble, I'm just going to let him talk about it.
Did you think you were going to be killed at that point?
I did.
Then what happens?
And then after Mr. Huber attacks me, Mr. Grosskreutz puts his hands up, and then I have my rifle pointed in his direction for about a second. And then once I lower my rifle, I noticed that my ejection port is opened about an inch, and Mr. Grosskreutz said I pulled the charging handle, which never happened. I hit the forward assist to close the ejection port, and he sees me doing that or something. And this time he runs at me and he has his gun pointed directly at my head.
Did you see the gun?
I did.
I think it's reasonable to assume that he wasn't actually referring to the ejection port, but the bolt carrier group wasn't all the way closed, because that's what the forward assist actually does. Don't beat up on the kid too bad, guys and gals, because if you watched any time of the proceedings of this court case, you can tell that the collective firearms knowledge that was on display throughout the entire process ranked somewhere around a 5th or 6th grade level type thing. I probably knew more about firearms when I was in 5th or 6th grade than all of the people involved in this, and Kyle, by his own admission, didn't know a whole lot about the rifle. So, forward assist, smashed it, closed the bolt, allowed the gun to fire when he needed it. I have been told by instructors that this is not a viable thing. Now, here's the thing about the forward assist. When the gun is dirty or isn't working properly, which this one is, and we didn't have to go to full filth to be able to get an example for today's video. What we're talking about is that little gap right there, and that is enough to keep this firearm from discharging. So to fix that, before you drop the hammer, you reach up, push the forward assist, it'll ride that bolt forward and allow the gun to discharge. Opponents of the forward assist will say that it wasn't in the original design, and they are 100% correct. It was not, but there's a big argument about that. And I'm not going to get into the history of that. You can go over and watch Ian from Forgotten Weapons. He has a great video on the history of the forward assist. Anyway, the second argument is that there is a feature already designed into the bolt that allows you to do that swoop right there. If you take your thumb out, put it right there and ride it forward. The only problem I have with that is that if we're talking about doing this right here where we're reaching up and pushing on this, we have to take our hand completely off of the firing mechanism to be able to do that. We got to remember that this was designed in a time where we were still teaching people to shoot like this. Conversely, if I need to quickly put the gun in the battery, I just reach up and do that, and my finger never came off of a capacity to be able to discharge this gun. I can shoot this gun like this. In fact, if you have a California compliant gun, you have to shoot the gun like this. So it's one of those things where we are mimicking the necessities of the day. So at the time, they didn't fully evaluate whether they needed the forward assist or not based on that thumb feature. And I would say that given the particular situation that we are discussing, the forward assist was required. And it more than most likely saved the dude's life. So now you have two juicy things to chew on in the comment section down below. One, what is the brand that you find most annoying during all the big sale times besides Olight? We've already beat that one to death. Try to pick something other than what we discussed in today's video. And then also, what are your thoughts on the forward assist? I would love to hear from you guys, your experience or lack of experience with it, when you use it, when you don't use it. Also, put your round counts in there, because I want to know how often you shoot if you're not using a forward assist. Man, I'm getting really bad today. Anyway, one take wonder. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll see you guys on the next one.